Oh God! Oh my God! I'm dying! Oh Jesus! Guys, you gotta help me. You gotta help me by listening to this sponsorship. This episode of the Two Nerds podcast was sponsored by us.
Yeah.
That's right. Krensloth.com and then the Nixxiom corner store. Link down in the description. Support the podcast. Thanks.
Yeah.
Can you guys guess what the theme of today's episode is going to be? Can you guess the theme of today's episode, Krendor?
This feels like Dora the Explorer.
Dora the Explorer.
You guess the theme of today's episode?
Dude, I never watched Dora growing up, so I just remember that map.
I didn't either. Well, I was like a little too old for Dora because I was already, how old was I when Dora the Explorer came out? It's actually a good question. Dora
20.
Dora the Explorer, 99. So I guess I'd be 10 years old. So I think I was like 10 or 11 at that point, and I was like, "That's kid show. That's a dumb baby."
Dude, when I was a child, I remember it very fondly. I was sitting on the couch in Florida, and I was watching the TV. Or no, the TV. Well, I was watching the TV, but the TV wasn't turned on yet because I was only 2 years old. I didn't know how to operate the remote. All right, my mom walked in, and she was like, "Sweetheart, I'll turn on the TV for you. I'll put on a real good show." And I was like, "Okay, Mom." And then she turned on the TV and she changed the channel to whatever channel it was, and it was Barney. And I looked at my mom. I looked at her right in her tits, and I was like, "Mom, turn this shit off. Put on a real show, not this baby shit." And she was like, "Oh, sorry, master." And then she put on the Magic School Bus. Yeah. Dude, I was the early morning stoned pimp, even as a child.
I can just truly imagine that scenario.
Yeah, it's a true story. I didn't make it up. I
good.
swear.
Yeah, I believe you.
No, today, no. Today we're going to talk about the the corona.
Oh yeah, the corona, the craze that's sweeping the nation in terms of virus and panic.
Yes. First things first. I don't know if this is a meme. Okay. This is a genuine question. Not just to you, but also to the audience. I heard that the corona started because people were eating bat soup.
Yeah, that is one theory of it.
Okay.
Because
okay.
Well, in like China, they still have those like street markets and shit.
Yeah.
But like they're not very sanitary.
Yeah.
So they're just like, "Oh, it's a raw chicken." They just like grab it off the thing as it's been sitting in heat for like 3 days, and they're just like, "I'll wrap it up for you," and shit like that. So like,
okay.
And then they'll just, they have wild animals and shit. So I mean, it's not the most sanitary places.
I just remember seeing all the memes, and it was like pictures of like bat soup, and I was like, "What is this?" And then like recently, when I was like briefly on the internet, people kept talking about the bat soup flu, and I was like, I thought it was started by fish. Like, I don't know.
No, I think I said it's either a bat or a snake, but probably a bat. And then I think the other theory was that just the Chinese government was like working on like
population control.
Yeah, and then they accidentally let it get out, essentially.
Yeah.
So, or they didn't accidentally let it get out, and they just said it was. There's multiple theories, but those are like the three top ones.
Dude, it's literally a disease that mostly afflicts elderly people, so it's like the boomer plague.
What I've been seeing as well is that the viral load actually matters. So like if you touch something, like you just glance something and then you like touch your face or whatever, it's not going to be as bad as if someone just coughed in your face or something, because it's a heavier viral load, which is why a lot of doctors are getting sicker than other people. That's just another thing I've heard. I don't know if this is like scientifically proven, but I've seen a lot of, things that say that.
Well, haven't they already like dropped, I think I might have read this, or my friend told me this, that like over in China, like they've already reduced the number of people that are currently afflicted to like 17. Like it's
Heard.
already like
Well,
dying out.
it's one of those things where we don't really know if China's actually being truthful
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's China, but
yeah. Yeah.
it does seem like it's going down, and
Yeah.
that's good. I know in terms of South Korea, their numbers are actually going down.
Yeah.
So that's good because that's even googling it. South Korea reports fewer than 100 new corona cases for a third day, so that's
Hmm.
really good.
Okay.
And 84 new cases, total at 8320. So that's not too bad. So South Korea is actually doing it really well. They even have like drive-through testing, where you just get tested at a drive-through.
Hmm.
So
Nice.
uh, it seems like we're at least getting it at a point where people are figuring out how to control it
Hmm.
better. Or we've seen other people get it and learn how to control it. So I mean, there's positives and negatives. My thing is right.
Hmm.
It's that it's always somewhere in the middle typically. Like you have the people being like, it's nothing, whatever. And then you have the people being like, it's the end of the world.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's like, I always just think like it's somewhere in the middle, right? Like it's not good, but it's not the end of the world. And if anything, it's just gonna get people to at least wash their hands and not be dumb in public and have the hygiene of a kindergartner.
yeah. Well, I mean, like in any kind of pandemic, like me and my friends were talking about this because I mentioned this in the last episode, but I have my friend Toby staying with me right now, and he's from Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And of course they just announced this past weekday, I think it was like Wednesday or something, the whole travel ban from Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of monitoring that because he goes home in 3 months. So
Yeah.
hopefully that ban won't be extended and become also like Europeans can't go back from America. But anyway, so we were talking about it, and I was saying, like, honestly, it's not the disease that is scary. It's how people are going to react to it.
Oh yeah.
Because people go fucking crazy at like the slightest drop of a hat. I
Yeah.
mean, the day that Trump announced the travel ban, I knew like shit was gonna hit the fan. And I sat down with Toby and his wife, and I was like, look, like I know my fellow Americans and I know my fellow humans. I myself am a human, and I know people are gonna lose their shit, especially now that a travel ban has been announced. People are gonna be like, whoa, this is
Mm-hmm.
really freaking serious. So I know that the toilet paper and the food and everything is gonna disappear from like the shops all around here. So I think it was like 1 hour after that travel ban was announced, we went to Walmart and we just
Mm-hmm.
bought just anything that we needed. We didn't like buy like an entire bunker's worth of stuff,
Yeah.
but we bought like some like paper towels, some hand sanitizer, a lot of canned food. Just our goal was, okay, during this time, let's minimize the amount of interaction that we have with the outside world, and let's try to prevent us from having to go to densely populated stores for a little while. I admit I even carried a weapon on me when I was in that Walmart that night because
Oh shit.
people were, you never know, people could get kind of loopy. So I had a trench coat on and I was kind of, carrying, but that's okay. So,
Yeah.
that's all right. But yeah, but things around here, I mean, we went to Aldi's today just to get some almond milk and to get like a few other things, like some frozen veggies. And we just ran by there. And when I walked in there, the place was packed, way more than usual. And like the meat section was completely empty. I don't know why. Like it's become a meme, but people are so obsessed with toilet paper.
Yeah.
Like,
It's actually insane.
like, dude, how hungry is your asshole? Like, Jesus Christ. You don't need that much toilet paper unless you got a big fat ass. Like, give me a break. We bought like one
Well,
thing
to
of
be
toilet
fair,
paper.
there are some very large Americans.
Oh, well, that's true. I myself am a large American. I am chunky. All right, but dude, just
Yeah.
use some leaves.
The thing is, like, imagine you ran out of toilet paper, right? You could just go in the shower for like a minute.
Or you can, yeah, or you can just be a real man and just buy a big thing of hand sanitizer, and then after you take a fat American dump, you just wipe with your bare hands, throw a little hand sanitizer on there, and then you're perfectly good for the rest of the day.
I don't know if I want to shake your hand anymore.
It's hand sanitized. It might have a little color on it, but it's clean.
Uh,
It's
Yeah.
like it's like in like those survival shows when like, oh, you just like dig this hole, and you like dig a hole next to it like a creek, and like the soil filters out the water, and then you like look at that muddy, nasty, disgusting water, and like, oh, it looks nasty, but it's actually real clean because of the filtering. Then you lean down and drink it. It's just like that, but with my hands. Yeah.
It's yeah. Well, yeah, pretty much I was kind of the same. My thing was
Okay.
Toaster Woman was like, we should probably stock up on food in case something happens. I was like, nah, it'll be fine.
Mhm.
And then once I went to get hand sanitizer because I ran out, and I'm like, I'll just get some. And then they're like, it's out everywhere. And I was like, what the shit? And I looked for like 70% alcohol. I didn't see any of that, which I actually bought a bottle like a month and a half ago for cleaning. So that's probably worth like $500 right now.
Yeah, really.
But I was like, all right, I already see that people are freaking out buying hand sanitizer, and you literally just wash your hands. You need like one bottle of hand sanitizer for like your car if you like go to the gas station or some shit, or maybe like for another one for some random ass shit. You don't need like a jug. So I was like, people are freaking the fuck out. So I was like, I'm gonna go just buy some stuff. So I went to Trader Joe's. I bought like 4 bags of rice. I was like, all right, I'll buy 4 bags of rice. Bought a bunch of beans. So I was like, beans will last a while, give you fiber. They're good. And then I bought like 5 jars of peanut butter. I was like, there we go. Like you get a lot of calories packed in a little jar. And then just bought some other stuff like Pedialyte, like tea, just generic stuff like that, and bought like like some like medicine like Flonase for my sinuses and shit. And literally 2 days later, the NBA guy got it, and people freaked the fuck out. And they're like, everybody get to the stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm glad I went 2 days ago and not now.
Yep.
So yeah, I was glad I went at the time I did. And it's definitely insane seeing people, act like that. I guess that's part of the reason. Like, I'm a very anxious person, as you probably know.
Yeah.
So like, I have hypochondria, so like health things freak me out. So like, I have it a little bit from this, but it's not like terrible. But I have more anxiety from not being able to do my routine, because I like my routine of like, I get my coffee, then I'll go out to I'll go to the grocery store, then I'll go to like the mall, and then I'll go to IKEA or some shit, then I go to the gym, and then I come back, and so like when I get thrown off my routine, I'm just like so like freaks me out there. And then on top of that, you get all the media and the information, like you go on Twitter, you go anywhere, not even just like the media channel I watch, like just media in general being like just like spewing constant information from all over, and it just overloads your brain. And it's just like it wore me down to the point where I was so like, you can just feel the anxiety wearing your body down. I was like, I need to just stop looking at everything.
Yeah. I mean, I try to avoid social media like the plague. I mean, Instagram isn't that bad because it's just a bunch of photos of people like role playing that they're really hot, but like Twitter and Facebook are just, it's like, there's like a saying among me and my friends that the cell phone is the fastest route to depression. Like, and so it's like, if you want to like honestly feel so much better, like in a day, just take your phone and just leave it somewhere and just live your day. And like, you'll be shocked at like how much of like a mental change it has on you. And over the past few days, like me and my friends, I was telling Krendor about this before we actually started recording. One thing that we got at the store, which nobody was buying, shockingly. We got a ton of gardening stuff.
Huh.
I mean, I already had like a lot of vegetable seeds and whatnot here at my house, but we're actually turning the side of my house into a very large vegetable garden. I'm actually growing tobacco. I mean, can't eat that, but whatever. I'm growing tobacco, and we're also growing mushrooms here. So we're growing a lot of stuff, and my thought process was, well, that night when we went to Walmart and we're getting that stuff when they announced the travel ban, I was like,
Mhm.
well, I mean, if this actually becomes a greater and greater pandemic, because we didn't know at the time,
Mhm.
then this whole like raiding stores and the stores, not having the supplies that they need and so on and so forth, that's going to continue. So maybe we should start growing some food just directly in my backyard. And
Yeah.
so that's what we decided to start doing, and that's what we've begun to do. Um,
Huh.
Even like creating our own teas. I sent Krendor a picture that we were picking dandelions and we're drying dandelion leaves and dandelion roots and lots of stuff. My whole house is just full of like drying herbs right now, seeds, planters, and other things. So it's kind of cozy. Just like I've just been working out in the yard with everybody and getting dirt under the fingernails, and makes you feel like a man.
That is
So
pretty cool.
it's been fun.
It's yeah, the thing is like, because there's some people who are like, well, how are you gonna get your information or whatever? And it's like, it's okay to go on for a little bit and see what's happening or whatever. But there's
Hmm.
people obsessing over it like nonstop. Like they have the TV on nonstop. They have
Hmm.
Twitter open nonstop. They're reading articles, watching YouTube videos. It's like you're just overloading your brain that isn't even capable of like handling this. Like I was trying to think of it in just like a different way. It's like if you watched like horror movies of dogs attacking people
Yeah.
every single day, and then one day you go outside and you see a dog, you'd be like, ah! You just freak out because that's all you've been feeding your brain. When a dog could attack you, yeah, but it's probably just a dog that's like
Yeah. Just a
and
dog.
it's like obviously it's like a different situation, but it's the similar concept of like if you keep consuming one thing, you just you're gonna rot your brain.
Yeah. I mean, like the media, I mean, social media, whatever. I mean, it's just a bad news sells better than good news.
Mm-hmm.
Like, shocking news, whatever, will always sell better than the good. And let's be real here. Like,
It's like nobody would do that. Like, where's World of Warcraft dying?
yeah. Like, yeah, nobody
Is
would
World
do
of
that.
Warcraft over? Nobody would do something like that.
Exactly. Well, it works. It triggers people's like, ooh, like, their interest instinct. But no, like up at, News Incorporated, I mean, thousands and thousands, like if not millions of stories like go past like the upper boards like desks every day. Like kid manages to figure out something to clean the water in his town, like dog saves elderly man. Oh, but what's this? Like one guy died of the corona in California. Oh shit, sound the alarms. Like what they do is they look at a story and they try to find the one that people are going to react the most to and what's going to make them the most money, because they are a
Yeah.
business at the end of the day. And I think people tend to forget that the media is a business and they need your clicks and they need your viewership. No
Yeah.
different than any kind of business that deals with like media, So the media, how do I put this in the most polite way possible? These people are choosing the stories of what to put out there. And you need to be careful that you don't let the outside world tell you what to think
Yeah.
or how to perceive a situation.
Yeah.
And yeah, I could elaborate on that a lot, but I won't.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I mean, it makes sense. Just be cautious of what
yeah.
you're, taking in. Like if you see a story on TV, like that's the thing. It doesn't matter which, side you're on or whatever it is, because
Mhm.
if it's a company that is making money off these stories, odds are they're trying to, you know, get some reaction out of you in order to keep you reading more and more articles on their thing or watch more and more of their programming.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the same with YouTube, right? Like
Yeah, exactly.
it's the same with video games and all this stuff of like, what's going on with World of Warcraft? Is World of Warcraft dying? The things World of Warcraft doesn't want you to know, and you're just like, oh, I gotta see that. Like, when really it's just a nothing. It's pretty much a nothing thing.
It's also like, speaking as a content creator myself, that sort of content is fun to make.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's interesting to make a video like, is World of Warcraft dying? Like,
Yeah.
is Mass Effect over? Like, is Bethesda going bankrupt? Like, those are just interesting videos to make, not just for the viewers to watch, but for us to create. So,
Oh yeah.
but in the end, you create like a this vicious cycle where, you know, information gets out there and then people just get the wrong opinion. Like the whole Corona situation, honestly, because I've been spending time, you know, with my German friends and we've been gardening and all this stuff, like my life over the past few days, or I would say the past week, has just been traveling, singing, smoking cigars, and planting flowers and shit and vegetables. And so the whole Corona thing has like not been a big deal for me. And I'm very thankful that I have, during this time, especially once I started talking to you the other day and you were talking about like how social media has been a firestorm about this. I'm very thankful that I've been disconnected from that for the time being. But I know that my my online community, like, you know, are looking for the next tweet, like, oh, what am I doing? But I'm not very good with that.
It's definitely something where I've had to like tone it back. Like today, I've barely checked it at all, and I actually feel a lot better today.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to keep improving because it's so easy, especially when everyone's at home doing nothing except like looking at their phones and being online. Then people are like, well, don't you want to be informed? And I'm like, well, I want to be informed, but I don't want to be overly, like, I don't want to like have it. Like, I'd rather just look like once a day, be like, all right, you got to stay inside today because they're, you know, making it like that. I'm like, oh, okay. And then just put it away and just keep living my life. And if, you know, something happens, you know, it happens because you can't just keep worrying about it.
Yeah. I mean, I only care about the major things like the travel ban. But aside from that, if the media is like, a man died in Taiwan from the coronavirus, like, I don't care.
Or they'll be like, we plotted out what it could look like if nobody washed their hands and this thing went crazy.
It's like, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
Or like when Merkel, you know, she goes on television or whatever and says that 3/4 of all the Germans are going to be infected with this virus. And I'm like, shut up, woman. Like, this is some bullshit. Like, I don't want to hear it.
There's even the story there, like, this could affect 1.5 million Americans. They could die. And then when I actually read the story, is talking about how it would kill a lot of the people that are like there for, you know, immune compromised things that have like disease and cancer and everything, where they can't get the treatment that they need because the hospital's like so overcrowded. And so they would die. So that would count into that. And that's the thing, is like they're doing all this now because they're trying to prevent the hospitals from being overworked and overcrowded.
Yeah.
So it's flattening the curve, I think is the term.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
Do you know? And then the other thing is the herd immunity, where like humans will just build up herd immunity. So you do need like some exposure to it, I think, to build up herd immunity is the thing. But I don't know.
Do you know anybody that has reacted like crazy to this disease or this situation?
Honestly, I don't think I know many people that have reacted like crazily. I've just seen people online, but like in terms of even like just seeing people out in public and everything, I haven't seen anyone really crazy.
Okay. I've seen a few crazy people. Like, so a fun fact about me, some of you guys that have been watching these previous episodes, you know this, or if you've watched my YouTube channel for a while, you know this. So I have like a perpetual cough. Like I've had it my entire life.
Yeah.
Like I cough all the time. Like periodically throughout these recordings, I'll mute my microphone just to cough for a second, and then I'll turn it back on.
Mhm.
But the thing is, like when I go out in public, like the other day, we were at the airport, and everybody's wearing masks, and I'm just, I'm just walking through the airport, living my life. Everyone's like, oh God. And no, it wasn't that bad. I would just be like, oh God, oh Jesus, there it is.
I will say there's been some times in public where like even when I was like a week ago I was at the mall and I was just like walking around for a bit and I saw that I was walking like maybe 20, 30 feet away. Some kid was like, and I like legit just turned around and walked the other way. I was
there was a kid that
probably got nothing, but like I'm not risking it.
Dude, me and my girlfriend were walking together. It was in the exact same airport, and there was this little kid behind us. It's like some girl. She's probably like 8 or 9 years old, and she started going like, but she was like coughing, like, oh my God, I thought she was gonna lose a lung, and I was like, oh my God, run! And she was like walking right behind us, and we started walking a little bit faster, and we were like going down the stairs, and I was like, Jesus,
it's over.
It's over. Yeah.
That's the other thing too, is a lot of the media reports like 80 people have died now, and then they're like 80,000 people have gotten it or some shit, and it's like, well, wait, so like 80 and like 80,000, well, like it's not exact numbers, but pretty much like they never really report on like, and here's a guy who's recovering very well, and here's another person recovering well, because that's like that's boring for them.
I saw this one video of this old dude, and he was like, I got the corona. And it was like some guy, and I think he was overseas in China, and he's just some like good redneck boy, a good God-fearing Christian man from the South. And he's like, yep, I was just living my life, and I got the corona, got a high fever, lungs hurt a bit, and they just gave me a bunch of Gatorade, and then 2 days later, I was fine. It ain't that bad. That was it. It's like, they gave me all the Gatorade I could drink. It's like best sickness I ever had. I loved it.
Yeah, there's so much information and misinformation, everything you just don't even know.
The best part about this disease, though, let's be real, dude, it costs nothing to fly anywhere now.
Yeah,
like, dude, you can get a round trip to California from North Carolina for like $50.
Yeah, it's you can go to like Japan for like $50, but you'll be quarantined for 2 weeks.
That's all right. Out of curiosity, I want to see. Let's pretend I was gonna go see Krendor right now. Let's do. Let's see how expensive it would be for me to go and see you.
All right.
All right, and I want a round trip, please. And I want it tomorrow. Wait, today's the 17th. So, March 18th, and I'll come back on the 19th. Out of curiosity. So, this one right here, $70.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Neat. The other one's like $200. That's because it just became... Oh, it says the... Oh, yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, so it's like this one's like $73, and this other one's just like $200. That's it.
Yeah.
Neat.
It's the other thing is like you go on, especially like Twitter and Facebook, where it's like mass normies and shit too.
Normies.
And it's just like I just can't stand reading all these people it's being like, this is a political stand. Oh, this is that. Oh my God. Oh, I can't stand these people at the thing. Look at this picture. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, it's just like their mind is being tweeted. It's literally like they're just tweeting every thought they have. And it just drives me insane. I can't.
The last time I got on Facebook, I saw this dude, and he had posted this massive rant about how, like, I don't remember exactly how I put it. It was a few days ago. But for those that don't know, like the U.S. stock market has been crashing tremendously because of, the corona and lots of stuff, but mostly the
Mm.
corona. And like this dude was like, look how far the Dow is dropping and look how bad the stock market's dropping. And you know whose fault this is? Blumph. This massive wall of text about how like Trump has crashed the economy and everything and blah blah blah. It's just like, all right,
There's some people
let's just
where
close
like
Facebook for today.
I'll just see like political things like get tweeted like in a second. And in like 1 second, it's like 8 billion replies of people with like 8 paragraphs. I'm like, do they just like have this set up to like auto respond? And it's not even like bad. It's like both.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like people being like, this is the best tweet ever. And like, I hate you, die. And
Mhm.
it's like, how far gone are you in your life to where this is the only thing you do? Like, it blows my mind.
There was that one guy. I have not looked at a Trump tweet in a long time, but I remember back when I would actually read like the Daily Trump. There was this guy, and every single time like Trump tweeted, he was always the top rated tweet, like in response. And it was just some dude with like glasses, and his name was like Ed something. And I was like, dude, he's like, as soon as a tweet would happen, boom, there he is. Those glasses, just like looking
That's
at
what I'm
me.
saying. It's like, I don't get how these people tweet so fast. They have
I
to have like
know.
a bot set up
They
or
have to.
something. It's insane. I guess there's people like that on YouTube videos too. I like post a video and I look and there's a like already and then like a comment and I'm like, what? like I don't get it. Somebody explain it to me that actually knows it or does it, because I just want to know.
My favorite is when I upload a new video and it'll be like the top 10 dish soaps, and then someone will immediately dislike the video and be like, oh, absolutely terrible video, like horrible. I hated every second of it. It's like a 10-minute video. Video's been out for like 2 minutes. Like, oh, okay. All right, Penelope. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man.
The moral
World's crazy.
the moral of the story is people are dumb.
Yeah, people are the virus, man.
Dude, you people are the virus, dude. It's like, dude, it's like that one anime. It's like the new Godzilla movie, man. Like the people are the virus, and now we need the Titans to come and like correct things.
Whoa,
dude. Going back to the first episode, talking about weed stories.
Oh yeah, when I went to the gym the other day,
Oh, great.
like this was before everything went crazy. It was like Friday night. I legit went and there was like 4 people there and they were like wiping everything down and everything. And I was like, dude, it's like my own personal gym.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I don't know if I'd want to go in there and it was like, if it was packed with people, but it legit had like 4 people in there. I didn't even get within like the vicinity of someone within like 8 feet. I was just like doing my thing, being like, doo doo doo.
I actually, I'm gonna be, my gym membership expired, and I'm gonna be signing up at a new gym here probably tomorrow, actually, because
I actually got some weights for home that I've been using.
well, so originally I had this idea, like before the Germans arrived, we had the idea of turning my garage into a gym. Like just a really small gym. You could work out in it, whatever. Cool idea, whatever. I even bought the titty posters for it. Absolutely glorious. They're in the closet now. But one day I'll find another use for them. But anyway, but we were talking about it one day, and my gym membership ended at the end of February. And so it was like perfect timing. I was like, okay, my gym membership ends, and then I can make this new gym, and me and like the German guys and these other guys that are coming to visit from like the Netherlands and stuff, we can all like work out together. It's gonna be great. And my girlfriend, me and her were talking one day, and she was like, well, like why are you doing that? And I was like, well, the thought process is, if I was to take my, my friend Toby down to any gym, he's going to have to sign some like year-long contract paying like $40 to $60 a month. And when he goes back home to Germany, like, he's not going to be able to work out because there's none of those gyms are over there, right? So she was like, what you could do, instead of dropping a few $1,000s and getting a bunch of gym equipment and stuff and, whatever for the garage and repainting it and all that crap, she was like, I know it's not your preferred thing, but why don't you guys just, since you don't have a gym subscription right now, just go to Planet Fitness. Because it's like $10 a month and you can cancel your contract at any time. So work out with them at Planet Fitness for 3 months, pay your $10 a month each, and then when they leave, they just cancel their contracts, and then you can go get your contract at a more proper gym after they're gone. And I was like, oh, it's a genius idea. So that's what we're going to do. Starting tomorrow, we're going to go sign up at Planet Fitness. But, not my favorite. I've been a member before. Yeah, they're still open. There's one right next to my house. Brian Shaw has been there a few times in some of his YouTube videos, which I was like, what the fuck when I saw those. But yeah, I used to, like, the first gym I ever went to was Planet Fitness, and it'll be interesting. I'll go there like early in the day, and I'll let you know probably by next week's episode what it was like. Was there a lot of people in there or not? We'll see.
All right.
We'll see how scary it is for them. Yeah.
As long as there's nobody in there. I mean,
dude,
you wash your hands.
Oh, dude, man, fuck that. I'm gonna walk in there and be like, just like rub my hands on everything. Like, oh yeah, let's do it. Just like going back to the original thing. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and use my hands, a little bit of hand sanitizer, and go work out. It's gonna be great.
God damn it.
God damn it. That Planet Fitness next to my house is the same Planet Fitness where I walked into like the back room and there was that naked man, penis and all. There he is. And I was like, there he is. And I pointed at it, and then the guy looked down and looked back at me, and he said, there he is. And I was like, there he is.
What the shit?
And then I walked away. I did a 360-degree turn, and I walked away. Yeah, dude. There he is.
There he is.
There he is. Yeah.
No, that's a story.
Yep. So I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah.
Maybe Penis Man will still be there. He'll remember me.
One thing I know that'll definitely be there is Krensloth.com.
Did you just say Krensloth.com?
I did say Krensloth.com.
Wow. What can you find on Krensloth.com?
Well, when I type in CRENSLOTH.com, it takes me to a website filled with various items to purchase, such as 2 items, like Krensloth Premium Sweatpants or Krendor Barista Mug.
Wow.
Also soon, a t-shirt with my one Sith emote on it that will be on a t-shirt you can buy, and you can wear it during the coronavirus.
Wow. Dude, that sounds amazing, but I'm lazy, and I don't want to type in Krensloth.com. So I think what I will do is I will open up the description and click that Nixxiom's Corner Store merch thing link, because clicking is easy. And then I can go there, and I can choose any design I want, like the bat at every game. And then I just choose, what can I put it on? I'm going to put this design on a hoodie, and then I'm going to just buy the hoodie. And then, boom, now I can stay nice and warm and toasty during this chilled time of human history.
Whoa.
Wow. It's just that simple.
That's so simple.
That's very simple. Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Somebody made the comment where they're like, dude, like 13 years from now, we're going to start having the quarantines, because they'll have been born during the quarantine, and they'll have the quarantines.
What?
Yeah, it's like the baby boomers. They got born during the boom, but this is like they were born during the quarantine, because they're the quarantines once they become teenagers, because they were born when everyone's inside just banging because they got nothing else to do.
Yeah. It's one of those jokes.
Yeah. Listen, I had to make it.
Yeah, okay. Wait, you made that joke?
No, I didn't make the joke,
but
I was just reiterating it.
Okay, all right. I see.
Also, when I went to Disneyland, like when was it? It was like 2 months ago. That's
Mhm.
when this all started, or like it was happening over there. And then I think the first two cases happened here. And there was like the one in O'Hare and the one in Orange County. And I was like, those are the two places I just was. And then when we were at Disneyland, I remember some little kid was just like, "Bah, bah, bah, bah," and I was like, like everybody was sick there. They just had like normal colds and flu all around me. And I was like, Jesus. And then I remember right when I got out, like my glands were swelling up and I felt sick. And then I felt better. And then I felt sick. Then I felt better. And I felt sick. And I was like, dude, what if I fought off the corona?
What if you are the corona?
What if I am the corona? Jeez.
Dude, I'll tell you
but it
one
probably
thing.
is just a cold or flu.
Dude, I'll tell you one thing that has happened ever since this whole situation started. I don't know if these videos have been recommended to you or to anybody listening to this, but my God, ever since this corona situation, man, it's a good day in the neighborhood for this guy, because once this all started on YouTube, it's every single day this guy is getting recommended to me. Like, man walks into Chinese restaurant and orders Chinese food in perfect Chinese language. You know what I'm talking about?
What?
Look, go to YouTube right now. All right, I'm gonna go there with you. I'm gonna hold your hand. All right, and then just type in like man orders Chinese and hit enter. All right, look at this guy. Look at the views that he's been getting over the past like month, 2 weeks, whatever.
What the shit?
Yeah, this guy keeps getting recommended to me, and I've watched just one of his videos when this all started. He just walks into a restaurant and he's like, "Oh, hey, what's your specials?" And then they're like, "Oh, yeah, we do not speak that language." And then he's like, "Oh, okay." And then he starts speaking Chinese perfectly, and they're like, "Oh," and they get really excited and happy. They're very heart-touching videos. I like them, but still, I love it.
Interesting. Oh yeah. So it's literally just clueless white guy orders in perfect Chinese. White guy orders takeout in perfect Chinese. Clueless white guy orders in rare Chinese dialect. Patron shocked. I mean, this is like we were just talking about, right?
Yeah. A white guy.
Of like, you won't believe what just happened. This thing's insane, and you're gonna be shocked when you find out. Like, imagine if he just titled it, "I went to a restaurant and I ordered Chinese food."
Mm-hmm.
Like, nobody would give a shit.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's like, white guy orders takeout in perfect Chinese, this happened.
I just love it. Every title is the same thing.
Yeah, it's
clueless white
thing.
guy, clueless white guy, Chinese speaking white guy, white guy. I love it. Dude, like, this guy must be making some bank right now. Like, this video, 25 million views in a month.
Yeah,
wish I could get 25 million views.
Yeah, I would take that over the span of just an entire year.
Yeah, really.
At this point.
Yeah.
But you know. Yeah, wait.
Well, what are you gonna do? That's all right. But yeah, man. You got any other stories over the past little while? I mean, the only other thing I can say is, I mean, we just got back from the mountains, and I admit, I'm gonna throw this out into the public here for the viewers. The reason why I've been sort of radio silent on Twitter, Facebook, like Instagram, Twitch streaming, YouTube. I mean, I've been releasing YouTube videos, but still, been up in the mountains. People just came from Europe, been entertaining them. You know, now as of today, we're kind of back to work on things. So it's been a nice little vacation, sort of.
Yeah.
But yeah, went to the mountains, learned how to grow some mushrooms and how to make some mead and whatnot, and now we're back.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty neat.
Yeah. You got any other stories you want to share for the class?
Not really. I think that's about all I got.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're hitting about 45 minutes in this episode, so we can wrap up here.
All right.
You know, nice, delicious Corona-flavored episode for everybody. Also, it must be very nice to, Corona is that, like, beer or whatever, right?
Oh, yeah, the beer.
Yeah, beer. Yeah, it must
It's
be real
okay
nice
beer.
to be them. Wait, out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Hold on. Do they trade on the stock market?
I don't know.
Let's find out. Search. Corona.
Coronavirus fears haven't sunk sales of Corona beer in U.S.
What's the name of their company?
Grupo Modelo.
I can't.
Oh,
Okay.
is it by Modelo?
Corona stock beer. How you spell that? White guy searches on Google for Corona beer.
Let's see. Corona beer.
Corona Beer Company.
Oh wait, Anheuser-Busch makes it?
And there he is. Stock.
Their stocks went down, actually.
Their stocks are going down. What are you guys doing? This is your moment.
It's because people are like, if I drink that, I might get it because they're dumb.
Oh my gosh, that's probably what it is. There's a virus in that beer. I can't drink that.
I know for a fact I drank that, and it is, don't know where it's been.
I'm gonna get the AIDS. Yeah.
Drinkers are confusing Corona beer with coronavirus.
Oh my God, it's true.
It's happening.
All right. People are dumb. I love it.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
That's actually insane. Like, I can't believe.
Man, here I thought their sales would be doing great. Like, oh, look at all this free advertising. Nope. It's the exact opposite. Beer AIDS. Can't be drinking that. All right.
I guess that's not good for them.
Okay. All right, look, guys. Yeah, we'll wrap it up here. This was an absolutely terrifying, sick episode, but absolutely loved it. And then we'll be back next Monday at noon, and we will talk about something.
Yeah.
You know? Who knows? Maybe the coronavirus will have mutated by then, and we'll all be dead.
Woo!
But even if we're all dead, you can still look forward to a new episode of the Two Nerds Podcast.
Yeah.
That's right. In hell. That's right.
Woo!
All right, man. Well, as always, guys, thank you for listening, watching, whatever. Be sure to subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified whenever we upload a new little episode. Go check out our other YouTube channels. Go watch us on Twitch. I'm going to be returning to Twitch streaming here very, very soon. Probably even tomorrow. We'll see. And, I mean, that's pretty much it for me. You got anything you want to say, friend?
I mean, yeah, I'll be streaming as well.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch.tv/Krendor. I got the YouTube.com/Krendor. I guess my places I do things. Oh yeah, my Warhammer channel's actually been doing really well.
Oh yeah?
Over on Warhammer Krendor. I'm almost up to 2K subs now. I've been getting like almost 1,500 views a video.
Hell yeah, Warhammer Krendor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, check this out.
Yeah, that's been great.
Hell yeah, man. Good job.
At this rate, it's going to pass up my main channel.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Although my main channel's actually done pretty well because I put up a new Pointless Top 10. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I talked about that since we last did. I got a new Pointless Top 10 loading screens. Check that out.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and that's on my main YouTube channel of Krendor or WoW Krendor. They both work.
Yeah, dude. Well, all right. Yeah. I got some new videos out myself. What Your Allied Race in WoW says about you, and learn how to roleplay in WoW and a bunch of other shit. And I got more videos done and on the way, coming soon, and we'll see what people think.
Ooh.
But that's it, friends. Thanks for watching. We're drifting away. It's time to sleep. And we'll see you soon. Yeah.
Oh.
Krendor, last word.
See ya.